What's up, guys? It's Andy from the Fantasy Footballers Podcast, and I'm back here on YouTube answering some more listener questions. This one comes in from Duane from North Carolina. He says, do you guys think the days of the gotta get a running back are going away? If you really look at it, most teams have a two-back system now in the NFL, and the running back position is as deep as ever. Also, the drop-off at stud wide receiver is significant. I don't think wide receiver is as deep as people say it is. It's a good question. I've heard a lot of people do this, and there are people that like to draft wide receiver earlier under the idea that they are more consistent, at least those top-tier guys. And they might be by a little bit, but I don't think I think you're losing a little bit of the plot here in your question. And let me tell you why. You said if you look at it, most teams are moving to a two-back system. I agree with you. That does not mean you don't draft a running back. What that means is that a premium running back is even more premium. The guys that do tote the rock 270 to 300 times a year. We're talking LaShawn McCoy. We're talking Eddie Lacy, Adrian Peterson. Some of the big-time backs that are the workhorse backs are even more valuable. And so for me, I still want to take one of those guys with my first pick. And I think I can find value at the wide receiver position. Am I going to fault you if you're sitting 7-8 in your draft and you draft Julio Jones, Calvin Johnson, Antonio Brown, one of those guys? No, not at all. But the thing we talk about a lot on the Fantasy Footballers podcast is the fact that position scarcity matters. And at the running back position, I don't think it's as deep as ever. I think you have a lot of crapshoots out there. You have a lot of situations that we see in Detroit with Joique Bell and Amir Abdullah, that you see in Atlanta with Devontae Freeman and Tevin Coleman, where you're not sure which guy is going to perform, which guy is going to really step up and give you running back one numbers, because probably nobody is. So if you have the opportunity to secure a guy in the first and second round, I mean, right now, if you draft running back in a lot of drafts, you're ending up with, if you have a top pick, you're ending up with maybe Lynch and grabbing Jeremy Hill in the second round. Those are two running back one guys, and like you said in your question, there's not a lot of them. And so for me, I still go running back, but I'm not going to blame you if you grab one of those top-tier wide receivers, and certainly not in a PPR league. But that's kind of our perspective here at the show. Hopefully that helps you out. If you have a question of your own, if you're watching this video and you want to ask a fantasy football question to the Fantasy Footballers, we're the #1 podcast on iTunes, and we answer as many listener questions as we can. So you can go to our website, thefantasyfootballers.com, and there is a submit a question button in the upper right-hand corner. Go ahead and click it, fill it out, send it in, and we'll either answer it on the show, we'll answer it on Twitter, we'll answer it on YouTube, we'll answer it via email. Sometimes we answer it in the sand on the beach. No, we don't really do that, but we love answering questions, so send them in. We're happy to answer them here on the show. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at the FF Ballers, and be sure to subscribe to us on iTunes. And hope that helped out.